Hey guys, Spencer Marcus here, and as you can see, we're back to the Tottenham Hotspur Master League, and the PES 2016 demo was released today, and I have to play it, and I'm going to make a video, maybe more than one video. I don't know how many videos I'm going to make. In today's episode, we have 3 matches for you, one against Arsenal, and 2 in the Premier League. Well, the game against Arsenal was also in the Premier League, but 3 Premier League matches for you. But of course, the Arsenal match, it shows you the whole beginning and whatnot. And yeah, so at the end of this video, if you actually care about PES 2016, the demo, of course, I would advise you to listen to what I have to say at the end of this video, because the end of the video is quite important. If you don't really care about the actual video, just scroll through the video and get to the bit near the end. It'll probably be like the last 5 or 6 seconds, probably the last like 15-20 seconds or something like that. And yeah. And then you'll hear what I have to say about PES 2016 in terms of the demo, in terms of what I'm going to upload and stuff like that. So yeah, so let's get into the actual video today. PES 2015. So playing this game, in the first minutes of the match against Norwich, Benzema gets played for on goal. Benzema just gets a strike away. Really good save from John Ruddy. John Ruddy, one of those goalkeepers who just palms everything out. And in the 21st minute of the match here, Benzema gets played for on goal, scores the most ridiculous finesse I've ever seen. It was so ridiculously well animated. It just looks absolutely amazing in the game. I think I scored a really nice one in the second half as well, which is crazy to think about. But in the 41st minute of the match, Gary Hooper on the ball runs past Holberg like he's not there, runs past Eric Dyer after I go sliding in with a sliding tackle, comes to nothing. And then at half time, it was 1-0 to us. So we were doing pretty decent, considering we're still 9 points clear of Arsenal. We're doing pretty well in the league. But 20 points clear of 4th position. We should more or less win the league the way it's going and the way our form is going anyway. Not lost the game in the season yet. Well, lost the game in the league anyway. And this is a finesse I was talking about. Look at that for a finesse. That is a crazy finesse from Karim Benzema. First time shot from Benzema. Finesse shot. Really Thierry Henry-esque with the finish to make it 2-0 to us in the 57th minute of the match. In the 73rd minute of the match, Gary Hooper again on the edge of the box gets a strike away. A really good save from Hugo Lloris. And then from the resulting corner kick, Andros Townsend picks it up after just coming on as a substitute, runs past Di Natale because for some reason Di Natale was running back. I'm not really sure why. Benzema makes a run in behind Bennett, and Benzema takes his time, gets a strike away. To be honest, John Ruddy makes a big mess of it, considering he gets a huge hand to it, but it goes straight through him. And Benzema scores another hat-trick for us, which is just crazy to think about how many goals Karim Benzema has actually scored for us. So after Benzema scores to make it 3-0, they didn't really have an opportunity, didn't get an opportunity to score a consolation goal. Di Natale on the ball, sort of runs for a bit, doesn't really do anything. Eventually, Holberg steals it off him, Koke picks it up, and Koke clears it. So a 3-0 win, pretty decent result against Norwich, considering that last time we faced them, it was 1-1 between the two sides, and they had sort of done a really good job of like attacking us. So yeah, Di Natale, one of those players I may or may not buy if I go into another season of this, but that's what I'm basically going to talk about at the end of this episode. So that's what I'm going to just pay attention to. So with that being said, we face off against Leicester in this game, second game of this episode, and I knew that this is at the point where there's like a lot of big gaps between a lot of your games, because I'm of course only in 2 competitions instead of being in 3. So because of that, I have a lot of opportunities to rest a lot of players, like if I want to, or I don't actually have to rest them at all because they're fully rested, because they actually get a big rest between matches. You get like 4 or 5 days between each match, which is relatively realistic, because in real life by this point, like this is what, in about March, end of March, April time, so the season is coming to a natural conclusion. I think there's like, I'd assume there's probably about 4 or 5 episodes actually left in this season, which is a bit crazy to think about, considering that, you know, like a week ago there was like 20 or like 12 left or something, whatever how it was. So yeah, game against Leicester City, in the first minutes of this match, Benzema on the ball, literally gets a strike away, keeper makes a really easy save. Fabio was in goal for Leicester. Fabio was a pretty decent goalkeeper. Last time I faced Leicester it was 0-0, remember, and I dominated the hell out of that match. But in the 18th minute of the match here, El Shaarawy on the ball, picks it up on the inside of his own half, on the inside of Leicester's half, just on the inside, and I run past 3 players. I just run past them all, get a strike away at the near post, and El Shaarawy scores to make it 1-0 to us for a really nice goal, to be honest. Really nice goal. So he scores to make it 1-0, and in the 44th minute of the match here, Ramirez on the ball tries to play it through to Karim Benzema, doesn't come to anything. Koke actually picked it up, not Koke, it was Radicevic picked it up, and it was 1-0 to us at half time. We were sort of dominating the match. I mean, the game was relatively close as you would expect. But in the 60th minute of the match, Ericsson on the ball tries to get past Castellanos, eventually gets past like about 3 or 4 players, gets a strike away himself, and he pops in the back of the net. Now, him and Eriksen, El Shaarawy, and Benzema have been amazing this season, as has Captain Gaston. I'm going to call him Captain Gaston because I'm going to eventually give him the wristband in one of the episodes, because he's the only player who usually plays every single game. But yeah, Gaston Ramirez has been really good as well, which is a bit of a surprise. He was a surprise inclusion in my squad, to be honest. He was like my first buy, and I was not expecting him to be anywhere as good. But yeah, 2-0 win against Leicester. Luke Shaw for some reason got the man of the match, which I'll never understand. So still unbeaten to this point, still doing ridiculously well, and we go into this last match of this episode against Arsenal away from home at the Emirates Stadium. And like I was saying, Arsenal are second in the table. They're 9 points behind us at this point. Or I think they're 9 points. I think they'd actually went down to 12 by this point, because it was a bit weird. I mean, there was all over the place ever so slightly. But Arsenal's team is just filled with so many players: Ander Herrera, Mangala, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Jack Wilshere, Aaron Ramsey, Theo Walcott. They have a lot of English players, which is quite surprising. Chesney in goal, because of course they've not got Petr Cech in this game yet. And they probably won't get him either, because that'll be PES 2016. Mesut Ozil, Santi Cazorla. They had a lot of really good players, and I played the strongest side I could have possibly played against them. And this game was the most boring affair you'll ever see if I show you the full game. But I don't show you the full game, that's why I'm so happy for it. They also still have Diaby, Sanchez, Chambers, Gibbs, Debuchy. For some reason Arsene Wenger is still the manager 4 years after the start of the season. So I mean, we're going to like 2018. We're in 2018 now, which is just crazy to think about. So the end of this season, I actually got a World Cup as well, which is well quite good. And me, I played my strongest side possible. Lloris, Ayan, Terrell. Ayan came in because Eric Dyer wasn't happy, and I think that was where the downfall sort of happened, because Ayan isn't as good as Eric Dyer. He's a pretty decent player, but he's not as good as Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer is basically my starting centre back. I don't know why I went all Irish there for a moment. I'm just ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. So the game kicked off. No. Of course it did. And like Arsenal passed it around a lot, didn't really do anything with the ball. 14th minute of the match, gets strike away, again blocked by the player. 23rd minute, Eriksen on the ball, runs past 2 players, gets a strike away, this time hits it wide of the post. 42nd minute, run past 2 players, nearly gets strike away, comes out to El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy runs past Small like he's not there, gets a strike away. Really good save from Chesney. We were dominating the match. Literally nothing had happened in terms of my actually defending. We're doing a really good job of attacking and whatnot. And eventually it came out in the 47th minute of the match here. Again, another good strike, another good save from Chesney. Came to nothing, but we were dominating the match. So at half time, we had 5 shots, 2 on target. They had 1 shot, 0 on target. And in the 56th minute of the match, Theo Walcott on the ball, plays it through to Mesut Ozil. Ozil through on goal, gets a strike away. Really good save from Hugo Lloris. And if literally nothing had come from, like nothing was coming from anywhere. And in the 72nd minute of the match, Luke Shaw on the ball gets a strike away. It takes a huge deflection. It goes out for another corner kick, which came to nothing. And in the 80th minute of the match, Sanchez gives it to Mangala. Now, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. After Sanchez gets the ball, he gives it in to Theo Walcott. Theo Walcott, just for some reason, could just easily turn my player, gets a strike away, and makes it 1-0 to Arsenal with literally like 8 minutes left in the match. Now, I went crazy. I was going all out, full attack. Jack Wilshere pulling me back, getting yellow cards. Should have probably got a red card there. Koke pissed off at him. And I was pissed off as well. But then I was like, well, you know, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I was happy. But I was like, well, you know, I really want to win the season unbeaten. And unfortunately for me, that is a pipe dream, because we ended up losing the game against Arsenal 1-0. And I was disappointed, and I was like, oh, because, you know, look at that. I mean, we sort of dominated. We sort of deserved to win. Chris Smalling got man of the match, says a lot. And in match day 31, with only 7 games left in the season, we're still 9 points clear of Arsenal and Southampton. We're 29 points clear of, no, actually 19 points clear of Chelsea. But we're doing okay. But we should have won the title unbeaten. But yeah, I'm gonna just talk about PES 2016 for a moment. With the demo already out, I'll do a first impressions video. I'll probably do some tutorial videos, all that sort of stuff. Play the game, enjoy the game, give more impressions, give reviews, make some comparisons of PES 2015, do all that sort of stuff, make a comparison between the PS3 and PS4 version, all that sort of stuff. But should I continue this PES 2015 Master League if I finish this in the next week, is what I'm trying to say. because I'll be uploading this as well, and some people will be like, well, you know, PES 2016 will already be out in like a month's time, so should I just borrow, because I want to get some stuff done, get some videos done and stuff before Metal Gear Solid comes out on the 1st of September, so yeah, make a decision, people. Might put a straw poll in the description or not, and then you'll find out if I should play more PES 2015 as well as PES 2016, upload both of them, or just focus on PES 2016, is what I'm trying to say, on the demo, basically. So yeah, make a decision, check the straw poll, and if you don't agree with anything in the straw poll, just comment below. If you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.